Take the shoulders up and back down. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, left arm reaches up, reaching as long as you can. Reach, reach, reach. And then exhale, reaching that arm to the side. Make sure your bottom shoulder is away from your ear. So if it's up like this, we can put this arm down as well, keeping that shoulder away from the ear. Inhale, bringing both arms up, reaching up to the ceiling. Reach, reach, reach. Deep breath in. Exhale, left arm comes down, right arm reaches across. Energy through these top fingertips. Let me know if that internet connection gets a little bit better here. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, back out. Somebody said something. I don't know what I can do to fix that, so hopefully it gets better. Inhale, reaching both arms up, looking at your hands. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Deep breath in. Exhale, left arm down. Right arm behind, looking behind you. Inhale, lifting up the chest. Exhale, coming into the twist. Inhale, both hands up, reaching up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down, left hand behind. Thinking more about sitting up tall. Looking over your left shoulder. Keep lifting the chest. Reaching, lifting. Deep breath in. And exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders down. Rocking onto the hands and knees here. Spreading your fingers really wide. Knees are underneath the hips. And we're just going to do a little warm up for the fingers and the wrists. So taking your palms facing, or fingers facing you, put your fingers down, and then the knuckles, the palm, and then the wrist. Other side, walking it out just as far as you comfortably can. And then back towards you, fingers, knuckles, wrists, fingers, knuckles, wrists. My wrists are cracking. Let's do that a couple more times. And then you can kind of rock back. Do a couple little circles here. Inhale back, exhale forward. And switch directions. Inhale back, exhale forward. Let's go ahead and turn the palm facing up now. Take your other hand in a fist and press that fist into the palm, sitting the hips back so that there's not too much pressure on the wrist, and just doing some gentle circles here. And same thing on the other side, palm faces up, and then a couple little circles here as well. And switch directions. Spreading the fingers really wide, shoulders back and down, back toes tuck under, hips lift up and back into a down dog here. Really reaching those hips all the way up to the ceiling. And we can kind of walk this out, pressing one heel into the mat and then the other. Equal pressure between your hands and your feet. And then find some stillness. Shoulders away from the ears. Eyes gaze towards your feet. Put a little bit more pressure into the pinky toes and notice how that changes the stretch. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, open up the hip. You can bend the knee. If you look underneath your right armpit, you should see your foot there. Inhale, straightening the leg back out, pressing your palms into the mat, driving your knee forward, placing it down in between the hands, back toes, reach out long, and let's walk the hands out over that knee. Meet me here in this pigeon pose. Inhale, lifting back up. Shoulders back and down. Back toes tuck under. Back knee lifts up. Putting pressure into that back foot, stepping the front foot back to meet it. Down dog. Eyes gaze towards the feet. Pressing through the hands. Shifting into high plank. Knees drop. Elbows tuck in tightly. Inhale down for 4, 3, 2, all the way down. Lifting up into a little baby cobra here. Shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale back down. Hands by the sides of the body. Roll the shoulders down and back. Elbows tuck in tightly, toes tuck under, pressing up in one straight line, and then pushing back. Down dog. Spread those fingers really wide, spread the toes really wide. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, opening up that hip to the side of the room. If you look underneath your left armpit, you should see your foot there. Inhale, straighten it back out. Exhale, knee forward between the hands, foot swings out to the side. Walk the toes back slightly. Shift your hip back. And then when you're ready, walking the hands out over that front leg. Stretching through the side of the hip. Walking it back, up, back toes tuck under, back knee lifts up, shifting that front foot back to meet the other in that down dog. Let's do that one more time on the first side. Left leg up. Open up the hip. Straighten it out. Exhale, knee forward. Shoulders back and down. Walk it out over that front leg. Inhale. Exhale. Hands frame the knee. Back toes tuck under, front foot back to meet the other, down dog. Really pressing your head down in between the biceps. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Right leg up. Scorpion, opening up the hip, pushing the glute forward to support the low back. Swinging that leg through. Coming into pigeon on the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Walk it out. Shoulders back and down. Walking it back up. Back toes tuck under. Back knee lifts up. Front foot steps back into down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, pressing through the palms, coming into a high plank here. Pelvis tucks under, rib cage tucks in. Using the strength in your core, step your left foot between your hands. If it didn't quite get there, if your heel was coming up, things of that nature, go ahead, take your hand and put your foot in between your fingertips. Drop the back hip nice and low. Go ahead, drop the back knee down, untuck the back toe, hands to the hips, shoulders back and down, coming up into a high lunge here. So a mistake that I used to make a lot was to come too deep into the lunge here, and that would cause a lot of arch throughout the low back. So go ahead, shorten up your stance a little bit. Make sure your hips are even. Tuck the pelvis under. Shoulders are back and down. And if you're really tucking that pelvis under, tucking the rib cage in, you're gonna feel this a lot right through the hip flexor on that right leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, palms to heart. We're just gonna hold this stretch for a few more seconds. Really focusing on that back hip flexor. And then for the next 10 seconds or so, I want you to drive your front foot into the ground, pushing your foot into the ground as if you're trying to do a step up, pushing the floor away from you. Pressing, pressing, pressing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And without moving your torso, I want you to pretend like you're gonna lift that foot up. Lifting, 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 squeezing, 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 lifting that foot up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Go ahead, reaching those hands down to frame the foot. Back toe tucks under, back knee lifts up. Step the back foot forward, coming into a forward fold. Coming into a forward fold. Holding it there. Eyes gaze towards your knees. Relax the top of your head so that it's parallel with the floor. And gently rock side to side. Grab the opposite elbow with the opposite hand. Maybe shaking your head no. Releasing any tension through the neck. Notice where you're feeling the pressure in your feet. Maybe close your eyes for just a second. And really notice where you're feeling that pressure between your feet and the ground. Releasing the hands back to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, round down. Bend the knees to palm the mat. Step one foot back and then the other. Shoulders back and down from the knees or from the toes. We lower down for 4, 3, 2, all the way down. Baby cobra. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, coming back down. Strength through the core, pressing straight up and back. Coming into that down dog. So if you're up here like this, those shoulders are shrugged up, really try and let them sink down your back. Inhale to plank. Shoulder blades down, core is tucked under. Using the strength in your core, step your right foot in between your hands. And if it didn't quite get there, take your hand and go ahead and bring that foot forward. Ready? Drop the back knee down, untuck the back toe. Go ahead and take your hands to your hips. Let's lift up the torso. Shoulders back and down. And step one here is just making sure your hips are even. Pelvis is tucked under. Rib cage is down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Just holding this stretch. Noticing where you're feeling it through those hip flexors. So this is a type of active stretching that we're doing because it's a form of proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. So we're squeezing and contracting different muscles in order to improve our plasticity and range of motion. So now, driving your front foot down into the ground, driving that front foot down into the ground, squeezing, 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 pressing, pressing, pressing for 4, 3, 2, and then imagining like you're lifting that foot up without even lifting your torso. You're gonna feel the glutes squeezing on the opposite side, like you're trying to take weight off a scale in that front foot, holding it up for 4, 3, 2, and relax. Taking the hands back down, back toe tucks under, back knee lifts up, front foot steps back to the other. Strengthen the core, high plank, shoulders back and down, lower down for 4, 3, 2, all the way down. Rocking those shoulders back. From here, we're gonna go ahead and reach around, thumb faces up to the ceiling, same foot as same side of your arm. Right here, just getting a nice little quad stretch. If you want a little bit more intensity, you can walk up to the elbow on the opposite side. And it's a good chest opener if you turn the thumb up to the ceiling. Making sure that you are squeezing the glutes to push your hip into the mat. And then slowly releasing back down. Other side, reaching around for the foot. If you have a strap or a towel, if you can't reach your foot, you can use that as well. Again, pushing the hip into the floor, into the mat, squeezing, and then if you want a little bit more intensity, you can come up here as well. Deep breath in and back out. Inhale, exhale, slowing, coming back down. You can do that same thing one more time. Or instead, if you want, we can reach around for both feet, bringing the knees a little bit closer together. Chin tucks back, shoulders roll back and down. Applying pressure with the top of your foot into your hand, we lift up. Keeping those feet in line with the knees. Opening up through the chest. Spine is neutral up through the neck. Inhale. And then exhale, relaxing down. Hands come by the sides of the body. And we rock back into child's pose, which is an active pose. So in an active pose like this, instead of just being kind of flopped down, we're engaging the arms to stretch through the lats. Taking a deep breath in, walking the hands over to the left. And then back to center and over to the right. Feeling the stretch all along the left side of your body. Inhale. Exhale, coming back to center, hands and knees. Tabletop position here. Back toes tuck under, back hips shift up and back, down dog. Shift the hips back, look at your hands. Step one foot forward and then the other. Forward fold, look at your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, rounding down. Taking a big step back with the left foot. Making sure here, again, that your hips are square to the front of the mat. Yoga blocks are really nice here if you do have them. But if you don't, that's okay. You can just put your hand on your shin. Keeping your hips square to the front of your mat. Using the strength in your core, go ahead, step the back foot out to the side slightly. Step your right hand to the instep of the right foot. Left arm floats up to the ceiling, creating one straight line, opening up the chest, pressing through the pinky toe side of that back foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, releasing back down. Bending the front knee slightly, stepping the back foot forward. Look at those knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Neutral spine. Exhale, rounding down. Eyes gaze towards the knees. Stepping the opposite foot back. Again, just stretching over your straight front leg to start. Yoga block here if you've got it. If not, that's okay. Just put your shin, hand on your shin wherever you can reach. Trying to make the pressure between the front and the back foot as even as you can. Stepping the left hand to the instep of the left foot. Right arm floats up, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Creating a straight line from fingertips to fingertips. Energy through that top hand. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bringing both hands back down. Stepping the back foot forward. Eyes gaze towards those knees. Maybe shaking your head no, releasing any tension through the head, neck, and shoulders. Interlacing the fingers behind the backs of the legs and just gently drawing them down. If this is too intense, you can always bend your knees. And then let's bend the knees deeply and rock all the way back down onto the mat. Let's take the front foot or front leg, left leg, and put your shin parallel with the front of your mat. Then we're going to take the right leg, swing it around. Bony part of the ankle comes to the meaty part of the knee on the opposite side. If you look down in between your legs, both hips should be firmly rooted into the mat, and you should see a triangle. Shoulders back and down. The more hip flexibility you have here, the closer this leg will be to your bottom leg. Right here, as we're just hanging out, I want you to think about driving this knee down, really pressing, 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 not with your hand, but using your muscles to push that knee down, and then relax. Go ahead and release those legs, shake it out. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So common mistakes I'll see here are people just doing that, or they'll come too far over. So just the bony part of the ankle on the meaty part of that knee. Take your time here. So on this side, I feel like I have a little bit more range of motion than on the other side, and it's important to notice any differences between your right and your left sides of your body. Deep breath in and back out. Driving this knee down, just using the strength in your muscles, pressing, pressing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Go ahead and come out of it. Just cross your legs normally. Thank you for joining me for yoga today. Inhale, shoulders up, exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, shoulders up, exhale, shoulders down. I hope there was something that you think that you can incorporate into your daily stretching routine. I think you'll feel a lot better if you do. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, palms to heart. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Namaste, and I will see you next week.